What is up, y'all? It is Paris Tempid. So, I've been in the process of moving these past few weeks. If you've been like watching my shorts or anything like that, you saw I got a camper. Like, I've been doing all types of shit, trying to like mold together these next steps in my life. As you know, early 20s, just trying to see what I want to do. And when I first came here, I feel like I came here with that mindset that I've had my whole life, that we grow up with. Like, you go to school, you go to college. I went to college, and then it's like, after college, then you do what you do at college. You become whatever. And I went for therapy. Like, okay, I'm going to become a therapist. That was kind of the plan for me. And even while being in college, I would try to, like, be myself sometimes. I would make music sometimes. I would do covers sometimes. But that saying, if you don't use it, you lose it, was real. As I became more immersed in the environment, I would music was becoming a distant thing, and the more I would talk about it, the more weird it was that I would do it. So at one point, my guitar would collect dust and all my ideas would never be executed because I got used to it just being something that I used to want to do, but now I have a new plan. I'm be a therapist. And it wasn't really until coming here, really being in this isolation for this long, that really like woke me up and made me realize like I was on another path again to become a therapist. Like, okay, I'm gonna get my master's, I'm gonna do this to make it all make sense so that my life can make sense, so I can plan the future and it'll be moldable and I can just hold it in my hand. And in doing that, I was sacrificing myself once again, sacrificing real time, real ideas again. And of course, I'm a firm believer in don't wait until it's too late, which is why, always have a plan, but you have to make sure that within one of those plans, because you have to have more than one, at least one of them you choose yourself. Because even though I've been doing like this normal plan of like my next steps, so I can have at least a realistic plan, um, I've been kind of giving into this idea like, but what if? What if I just made more of this or collab with this person, or if I just reached out and did that? And I'm watching as some of these what ifs are actually doing something, actually opening. And it's because for once in my life, I'm like, I want to be an artist. I want to be. And it's kind of scary knowing that I've spent my whole life juggling, trying to be more than one person. I'm not trying to say you have to choose a passion, but I do think that if you're an artist, you have to kind of lean into that. And if you're not, you got to kind of, you can dabble in art, but I do think that if you are an artist, you should not be dabbling in like the other life, because you have to know how to properly dabble. Of course, like have your 9 to 5, kind of get that guap to kind of keep in your pocket. I do have my jobs until my creativity, I always say that, gives in. But I'm going to be an artist. I'm okay with getting some side works and doing what I need to do until it gives in, but at least try. Like, what happened? What's the worst that can happen? That's like a new thing I'm thinking. Like, what's the worst that can happen? I'm only 23, bro. I know people way older than me, like that are getting on their feet, learning what they want to do, who they want to be, and I'm realizing it's never really too late. We give ourselves this belief that it's too late. I'm even talking low because I feel like this is some forbidden, like, it's kind of scary how the world looks when you want to give yourself a shot. But at the same time, me going to college was giving myself a shot. And that version of me, I'm happy that I went. The people that I met, the version of me that I met while being there, I wouldn't be who I am today if I didn't go. I learned independence. I learned confidence. I learned maturity, honesty. I learned reality. I learned how reality also can be screwed up a little bit. I learned a lot going, and the possibility of getting my master's will always be there. I'm gonna see where I am a year from now, and a year from now, I won't even be 24 yet. I could be like, hey, fuck it. So it's one of those things where I have to just take a deep breath and exhale. Like my friend Autumn, bro, she went to school doing her shit, and she 23, like me. I think she just graduated. We right on time with it. Like, and No. She's 1 year older than me, and this whole time, like when we were younger, being even a year older in your grade was considered weird, which is weird. I don't know what I was doing with that. Cut the cameras. Cut the cameras. I'm saying all this just to say that you never know what could happen. And that's what's kind of scary, me taking even a little bit of, like, me coming here and going, hey, I want to, maybe what would happen if I started a band? And I've always wanted a band, even when I was younger. I tried to start one many times. I think I even had on my channel me trying to start a band when I was in college, and it worked out for like 3 days, and then it just failed. And coming here and just watching in a few months, we're doing little performances, and we're getting offered to come here and play this and do this, and we're like, it's small things, but it's something compared to just it being an idea. It's amazing to see what happens if you give your mind a shot, or at least just indulge in your idea for a second. And that's kind of just my goal for the rest of my life, is to just give myself a shot. Because the worst that can happen is nothing, and nothing's already happening. You know what I'm saying? So what would happen if I tried? And I do try. Like, I've been on this channel for a while, but this year was my first time actually putting effort. And in the beginning of the year, I had 100 subscribers, and now I have 600. And that to me is crazy. I know people be blowing up overnight. To me, it's a slow process, and it might have to be. But I feel like learning that patience and realizing that change does happen regardless, it gets me excited for what's next, what could be. So I'm going to take that chance. I'm going to see what would happen if I just try to be an artist for a little bit longer. Of course, like I said, I might have to, dip my toes in other waters for a little bit. But sacrifices for bigger things, bigger goals, bigger dreams. I get nervous, bro. Just like, I never really saw a life where I couldn't see. Because it's like weird. Like, we plan out everything as people, bro. So I'm like glitching out on like not planning out. Well, let me rephrase it. I'm planning everything out. I'm planning out, but I can't see what would happen if my artist endeavors worked out. It's I can see it, but it's like, oh my god, like what would happen if it's like right in front of my face? You know?